ciudadanos de España les quedan menos de 24 horas. Después de eso, el registro se cerrará para siempre. Lo digo directamente, esta es una oportunidad real para ganar miles de euros al día sin conocimientos especiales y sin trabajo duro. Pero si no aprovechan esto ahora, esta oportunidad desaparecerá para siempre. Se trata de una plataforma oficial, creada por expertos financieros. Más de 100.000 habitantes de España ya se han unido y están ganando dinero con su ayuda. El ingreso mensual promedio es de aproximadamente 6.000 euros. Todo es completamente transparente y sencillo. Yo personalmente asumo la responsabilidad de ello. Todos los fondos están protegidos y no hay impuestos. Para activar la cuenta, es necesario depositar una suma de 250 euros. Quiero subrayarlo claramente. Esto no es una comisión ni una tarifa. Es su propio capital, que el algoritmo utiliza para comenzar a operar. Ya desde el día siguiente, las personas empiezan a ganar entre 200 y 400 euros. En una semana, la suma alcanza los 1.500 euros, y en un mes el saldo supera los 6.000 euros. Actúen ahora, pero lo repito una vez más, el registro termina hoy. Todos los habitantes de España que deseen unirse deben actuar rápido. El sistema no puede aceptar a todo el mundo. Es importante que entiendan esto. Precisamente por eso, miles de personas se están registrando ahora mismo y obtienen sus primeros ingresos en solo 24 horas. Esta es su única oportunidad. El enlace oficial está disponible solo debajo de este video. Hagan clic, dejen sus datos de contacto y nuestro representante se pondrá en contacto con ustedes, responderá todas sus preguntas y les dará acceso a la plataforma. Desde este momento, comenzará su nueva vida. Verán más cosas interesantes en mi próximo video. Muchas gracias por verlo. El sistema funciona bien. Seguimos adelante. No olviden dar like, dejar un comentario y compartir este video en otras redes sociales. YouTube hace más visibles los videos que se ven hasta el final. Muchas gracias. No olviden dar like, dejar un comentario y compartir este video en otras redes sociales. YouTube hace más visibles los videos que se ven hasta el final. Muchas gracias.
I miscounted. We need to add one more. A dot for a decimal. Now we need an equals button. We're going to arrange that a little different. Let's create a button with the text of equals. The on-click attribute of this specific button is going to be calculate. Then we need a button to clear our screen. The text on this button will be capital C for clear. The on-click attribute of this button is going to be clear display. And that is all the buttons we'll need. So let's save everything, and let's go to our CSS style sheet. I'm going to zoom back to 100%. First, let's style all these buttons. I will select all buttons. For each button, I will set the width to be 100 pixels, the height to be 100 pixels, so they're even. I would like rounded buttons. I will set the border radius property to be 50 pixels, so they're circles. Let's remove the border. Border, none. I'll change the background color of the buttons. Background-color. I'll use HSL values. I'll set the lightness to be 30%, so they're darker. For the text of the button, I will set the color to be white. For the font size, I will set that to be 3 REM. Set the font weight to be bold. Then when I hover my cursor over one of the buttons, I would like my cursor to be a pointer. Cursor, pointer. Now we have to arrange these buttons properly. Let's select the ID of keys. Keys is a div element that's containing all of the buttons. This element, all of the buttons are within. To arrange these buttons in a grid, we can set the display property to be a grid. For this calculator, I would like 4 columns. To do that, I will set the grid template columns property to be, we'll use the repeat function of CSS. I would like 4 columns. Then to arrange these buttons evenly, you can use 1FR. FR stands for fractional unit. 1FR indicates that each column should take up an even amount of space. So now we have columns of 4. If I were to set this to 3, we would have columns of 3. But I'm going to use columns of 4 because I would like all of the operators on the left-hand side. I'll set the gap to be 10 pixels. That is the gap between each of the rows. Then I'll add some padding of 25 pixels. That's padding around the keys. Let's select the ID of calculator. I'll add that to the top to keep everything organized. With our calculator, I will select a font family of Arial with a backup of sans serif. Let's pick a background color for the calculator. I will select something darker. I'll set the lightness to be 15%. I'll round the corners of the calculator. Border, radius, 15 pixels. The corners of the calculator are smooth now. Then I will set a max width of the calculator to be 500 pixels. If any elements overflow, I will set that to be hidden. This is mostly for our display, if we have a very long equation. Alright, next let's select the display. Right now it's kind of small. We are selecting our ID of display. Let's set the width to be 100%. I'll add some padding of 20 pixels. For the text of the display, I will set the font size to be 5 rem. Let's text align left. I'll remove the border. Border, none. And I'll change the background color. I'll just copy this property because I'm lazy. Let's increase the lightness to 20%. Then we'll select the body of our document. I will remove all margin, margin 0. I would like the calculator to be in the middle of my window. Right now it's in the top left corner. If you would prefer it up here, you can leave it as is. I will set the display to be flex for Flexbox. Justify content in the center for a horizontal alignment. For vertical alignment, we can set align items to be center, but we do need to increase the height of the body of the document, so it's 100%. I will set the height to be 100 VH for 100% of the viewport height. That should place the calculator in the middle of the body of our document, both horizontally and vertically. For the background color, I'm going to decrease the lightness slightly. For the background color, I will set the lightness to be like 95%. Okay, let's go to the bottom of our CSS style sheet. When I hover over one of these buttons, I would like to increase the lightness. So with all buttons, with the hover pseudo class, change the background color so the lightness is 40% instead of 30. Now these buttons light up when we hover our cursor over one of the buttons. Now when I click on one of the buttons, I'll increase the lightness further so it flashes. We are selecting the active pseudo class now. Let's take our background color property, increase the lightness to 50%. When we hover over a button, it lights up. When we click on it, it flashes momentarily. So with all of these operators, I would like all of these operator buttons to be a different color. I'll pick orange. We're going to give each of these buttons a new class. Let's head back to our HTML file. Beginning with the plus button, I will set the class equal to operator dash btn for button. So let's copy this class, paste it for our minus button, multiply button, divide button, and the clear button. Now we will select the class of operator btn for button. Let's change the background color. I'm going to set the background color to be orange. I've already pre-picked a color. When I hover my cursor over one of the operator buttons, I would like the color to be a lighter orange instead of gray. Let's take our operator button, access the hover pseudo class. I'll increase the lightness to 65%. Then, when I click on one of these buttons, I would like the lightness to increase further. With the operator button class, with the active pseudo class, increase the lightness to 75%. So when I click on one of the operator buttons, it's going to flash momentarily. Alright, and that is all the HTML and CSS that we need. Now we just need to add functionality. Let's go to our JavaScript file. For our JavaScript file, there's not a lot we have to write. First, we need to get the display element. So what was that ID? Display. Const display equals document.get element by ID, get the ID of display. We have three functions to create. A function for append to display, calculate, and clear display. These three functions. Function append to display. There is one parameter, input, because we were passing in a character when we call this function. Then we have a function to clear display, then a function to calculate. We'll begin with append to display. All we're going to do is take our display, this element, access its value, append it with plus equals our input. And let's see if this works. 7. I forgot to change the font color of the display, so let's do that. Within our display element, let's set the color to be white. Okay, that's much better. 7.13 plus 5 equals. Okay, we know that that works. When I click on the clear button, I would like to clear this display. Let's access our display element, access the value property, set it equal to an empty string. 3.14159. When I hit clear, it should clear the display. Lastly, we have calculate. Let's take our display element's value property, set it equal to. Now we're going to use the eval function. The eval function takes an expression such as 1 plus 2 plus 3 and evaluates it and gives a result. It's kind of like it's its own built-in calculator, so to say. Evaluate the value within our display. Display.value. So if I add 3.14 plus 1.01, I'm given a result of 4.15. Now for some reason, if we get an error, for example, 7 plus equals, well, we have a problem. Let's go to our console. We've encountered an uncaught syntax error because we never finished our equation. In the last lesson, we learned about error handling. This is dangerous code. It can cause an error. Let's surround this code with a try block. We will try this code and catch any errors that happen. So we need a catch block now. Catch any errors. We will change the value of the display to equal some text of error. Alright, and that should work. 3.14 times equals, that results in an error. We can clear it